Hi, welcome back to the workshop for episode 4 of the Shed of Dreams ES335 build. And in this episode I'm going to be tackling the tricky task of carving the top and the back. Okay, so we're down the other end of the bench today, mainly so that we can use the tail vise to keep this nice and secure. Very handy. And as we haven't had a dodgy diagram for quite some time on this channel, I thought I would just prepare a quick one for you. And this is basically what we're trying to achieve today. Now this is not to scale and it is in no way good, but it will give you the basic idea. And you can see here we've got the 3 steps that we've carved in with the router in the last episode. And our aim is to carve in a nice flowing carve. Now it doesn't go convex the whole way through. It's convex until kind of somewhere around here, and then it starts to flatten out towards the edge. There's still a little bit of a radius on there, but it does flatten out. And then what it will do is it will actually kick up a little bit towards the edge in what they can refer to as the recurve. Okay, so I said the dodgy diagram was going to be in no way good, and I think a few of you might have already spotted that it was actually wrong as well. What it should look like, of course, is this, because there's an extra bit here at the edge of the body that we need to be carving as well. Okay, so that's what we're shooting for, and to do this I'm only really going to be using 3 hand tools. I've got a nice big spoon gouge that I'm going to use to knock off the bulk of the waste. I've got a lovely little thumb plane, and this has got convex blade on it, but it's only convex really in one direction. It's slightly curved in the other direction, but it's mainly that direction. And a gooseneck scraper. And I think in total those 3 tools haven't cost me any more than £60. So don't need an extensive toolkit to do this. My plan at the moment is I'm going to go around with the gouge and I'm going to take off all the corners all the way around and then start working my way back slightly. And then once I've got a fair bit of the waste off, I will then start to attack it with the little thumb plane until we get to the point where we can start to finesse it with a scraper. Right, here we go. I will just repeat, I've never done this before, so it could go horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. Okay, so I've probably been at this about 20 minutes now. Absolutely nowhere near yet, but it is starting to come together. I can start to see what I'm going to achieve with this. And so far, so good. I think we're going to be okay. Okay, so I've been at this a little while now, and I've got this kind of quite a way along on this half. All I've done is I took the bulk away with the chisel, and then I started working down with the little plane, and then I've worked kind of around in the opposite direction just to kind of smooth it out a little bit, and that's looking quite nice. I'm quite confident that once I get the scraper on there, I can even that out quite nicely. But I'm going to leave this half at this stage now. I'm going to turn it round and kind of get this half to the same point that this is at. I'm not really going to touch too much of this for the time being. I'll do that separately once I'm kind of happy with where I am with this bit. Okay. I really hope you're enjoying watching this as much as I'm enjoying making it. This has been a really challenging build so far for me, and I think it's going to get even more challenging. If you are enjoying it, I'd be really grateful if you drop me a like, and while you're down there, why not hit the subscribe button as well. Okay, so day 2 of the carving process. I've spent quite a bit of time now with the little thumb plane smoothing this out as best I can, and it's kind of getting there. It's fairly even, fairly uniform, so we're not a million miles away from where we need to be. But I need to be a little bit more precise now with what I'm doing, so it's time to start working with a little gooseneck scraper. And all I'm going to do is just gently go around this with the scraper and just even out all the undulations that the plane has left. Okay, so that's a lot of that unevenness smoothed out now with the scraper. We're a lot closer than we were. So I'm now going to start to tackle these areas around the horns or the ears and get them right. Okay, so that's the bulk of the rough scraping done now, and it's actually feeling very nice. Now I could continue with the scraper and get this to a finished state if I really wanted to, but that would probably take me a couple of days realistically. They're a great tool and they're brilliant for this kind of work, but they're not fast, especially when you're trying to get the really fine finish on. So for the next stage of this, I'm just going to revert to using an orbital sander, and I'm just going to give it a rough pass. I've got a 100 grit pad on, so it's quite a coarse pad. And what I intend to do with this is just give it a quick going over, and that's going to show up if there's any kind of like really high spots that need more attention with the plane or the scraper, or whether I can just then proceed with sanding. Now I'm using a 100 grit pad on this for a very good reason. It might seem like a good idea to use a smooth disc on this, but what you'll end up doing is just creating a smoother version of the finish you've got. What we want to do at this stage is kind of remove the high spots, remove a bunch of material and get a nice even finish. Once we've established the shape we want, we can then switch to a finer series of pads and get it to the finish that we want. But for the time being, I'm just going to go with a 100 disc and get the shaping done. Okay, so after probably about 10 minutes sanding, we are a lot closer now. I think it's looking very nice. I've got a bit of hand sanding to do around here just to blend this all in a bit nicer. But other than that, I think we're looking very nice. Okay, and there is the bulk of the shaping on this first half pretty much done. There's still some fine sanding to do on it, and I still need to kind of work in these little ear sections, but I'm going to wait until I've done the other half before I go too much further with these, so I can just get them kind of somewhat similar from front to back. All in all, I'm really happy with this. I think it's come out really nicely. I'm just going to try and drop the lights a bit and see if we can get some better shots. Okay, so it's still probably a little bit too light to do this trick properly, but you can clearly see there's a nice belly in this area here. And as you can see, I probably need to do a little bit more work on these ear areas just to make that transition a bit more subtle. I think it's a bit too prominent at the moment. But like I say, I'm not going to do too much in these areas yet until I'm most of the way through the other carve, so I can try and make them look a little bit similar. So it's time to break out the chisel and the plane again and get going on the other bit. But I'm going to continue with that off camera, otherwise this would be a really long video. But I'll be back very soon when we can get these turned over and start to hollow out the insides. So again, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.